Hello guys, welcome to Go for Agriculture. Today we will be studying about factors affecting crop production. The first of all we will discuss about what is crop production. It is the branch of agriculture which deals with the growing of crops that are used as food, fiber or fodder. Okay? The crop production is affected by two types of factor. The first one is the internal factor and the second one is the external factors. The internal factor includes the plant inherent factors, which means plant genetics. And the external factor includes all the environmental factors that affects the plant, like climatic factors, edaphic factors, biotic factors, physiographic factors, and socioeconomic factors. We will be studying about each factor in detail. The first factor is internal factor. In this, genetic factor is the only one internal factor that affects the plant. It means the genetic makeup of any plant or crop affects its yield or its production. It includes high yielding ability, early maturity, resistance to lodging, drought, flood, and salinity tolerance, tolerance to insect pests and diseases, and chemical composition of grains. Chemical composition of grains means oil content, its protein content, and the last one is quality of grains and straw. In case of cereals or legumes, we consider the quality of grains. But in case of sugarcane or the crops in which we are using their straw part, are considered as, or in case of fodder, the quality of straw is mandatory or most important. Okay, and the second is external factor. External factor includes a lot of factors like climate, biotic factors, edaphic factors. We will be studying about each factor in detail. The first factor is climate. It is said that nearly 50% or more than 50% of the yield is affected by climate. The climatic factors include rainfall or precipitation, temperature, relative humidity, light, and wind velocity. The first one is the precipitation. Precipitation includes rainfall, snow, dew, and fog. Mainly, rainfall or precipitation affects two types of regions or crops. The first one is rice growing plains or the western ghats, where enormous amount of rainfall is available. So, in that area, if rainfall is low, then the crop production is affected. And in second case, the dryland farming area, where the plants are more adapted to low water. So if there is high water in the soil or high moisture content, then crop production will decrease. The second factor is temperature. The temperature means intensity of heat energy. The optimum range for the most of the agricultural crop or plant is 15 degree to 40 degree centigrade. As we go far from equator, the temperature gradually decreases. So temperature influences the distribution of crops and the vegetation. It affects the germination, growth, and development of the crops. Some chemicals are released at optimum temperature. The diffusion rate of gases in the plant is also affected by the temperature. The solubility of different substances like hormones or different solutes in the body of plant is regulated by the temperature itself. So temperature is the main or the very important factor, external factor, that regulates the crop or affects the crop production. The third one is the relative humidity. Relative humidity, or I say humidity. Humidity means water droplets or vapors which are invisible and present in the air. The factor which affects the crop production is relative humidity, not the humidity. What is relative humidity? It is the ratio of amount of moisture present in the air to the saturation capacity of air. Here saturation capacity means at that stage all the spaces in the air are filled and there is no evaporation from the soil, and the plant transpiration is also checked. The optimum condition or the optimum relative humidity is considered to be 40 to 60% for most of the crops. Relative humidity also affects the water requirement of the crops. If relative humidity is increasing, the chance of outbreak of pests and diseases will also increase. The next climatic factor is solar radiation, or I say light. It is considered that without light, life is not going to exist. Light affects the crop in various ways. It affects the germination or different stages of growth, and also the harvest or even the post harvest activities are also affected by the solar radiation. The biomass production in the plant also requires light. For example, sucrose formation in the process photosynthesis is also light regulated. It also controls the distribution of crops. For example, I have just said in the areas near equator where there is plenty of light, the temperature is more and the vegetation is more greener. The most important part of the solar radiation is PAR, photosynthetically active radiation, which ranges from 400 nanometer to 700 nanometer in wavelength. The one process named photoperiodism, which means effect of light radiation on the flowering. On the basis of photoperiodism, we have divided the crops into three types. The first, short day crops, second, long day crops, and the third is day neutral crops or plants. The short day plant like rice requires less than 12 hours of daylight. The long day plant requires more than 12 hours of daylight, and the day neutral plant requires day neutral plant do not get affected by light intensity or light duration. For example, tomato. And the last climatic factor is the wind velocity. Wind velocity is optimum up to 4 to 6 kilometer per hour. It carries moisture and heat, and we know that moisture and heat directly affects the crop growth. It also carries or supplies CO2 for photosynthesis and O2 for the plant respiration. Wind velocity also helps in the pollination of certain crops. It also causes soil erosion, which is a bad impact on crop production. Wind velocity increases the rate of evaporation or transpiration. It is also a bad effect. And the last one is it also causes the spread of pests and diseases. If the wind is blowing in the direction where there is healthy crops, then the chances of spreading of pests and diseases will be more. The second external factor is the edaphic factors. Edaphic factors means the soil factors that affect the crop production. There are several edaphic factors like soil moisture, soil air, soil temperature, soil mineral matters like calcium, magnesium, sulfur, manganese, soil organic matter, soil microbes, and the soil reactions. Soil moisture means the moisture present in the soil. The available moisture that are used by plant is between the field capacity to the permanent wilting point. Okay, these are the edaphic factors that affect the crop production. The third external factor that affects the crop production is biotic factor. Biotic factors means the effect of other plants and animals on the crop production. The plant affect the crop by competing with the crop plant for nutrition, space, water, light, and other resources. The animals also affect the crop production as, for example, protozoa, nematodes, snails, and insects helps in different processes in soil as well as causes problem in plant metabolism. For example, various animals helps in the organic matter decomposition. It is the positive effect. It causes crop damage, like insects causes crop damage. It is a negative effect in impact. It helps in pollination. It helps in burrowing up soil, like animal like earthworm causes burrowing in the soil, which enhances the soil structure. Fourth external factor is physiographic factor, or I say topographic factor, which means the land location. It affects the plant indirectly because we know as we go at high altitude, the temperature decreases gradually and the precipitation rate increases, and we know that the effect of temperature and precipitation on the crop production. The steepness of the mountain or the land also affects the crop production, because as the steepness increases due to rainfall, the loss of nutrients occurs, which also affects the crop production. The opposite side of the mountain, which remain mostly in the said area, leads to less production in the yield of crop. Okay, and the last factor is socio-economic factor, which means the effect of society and the economy on the development or the enhancement of crop production. The first one is inclination of society towards the farming. The society, if let's consider two types of society, society A and society. The society A is practicing farming practice, and the society B is not interested in farming. The crop production of the area or the society A will increase, and the society B will decrease. The second is the choice of food in a specific area. For example, if you consider the areas of West Bengal or the eastern part of the Bihar, the most of the people are rice loving. If we are going to develop or grow the crop like wheat, there is no demand of wheat or less demand of wheat in that area, so the crop production gradually decreases by the choice of food in the specific area. The third is development of breeding varieties in yield, to increase the yield. For example, we can compare the wheat and barley. The wheat is more used than barley for the consumption. Third is development of breeding varieties, which mean we are more interested in developing the varieties of wheat which are more or high yielding, but we are less interested in developing the breeding varieties of barley. This also affects the crop production of any specific crop. And the last one is the economic condition of the farmer. It also decides the crop production, because it decides the farmer, or the economy of the farmer decides the input and the resources which he or she is using in the. So that's it for today. I hope this lecture is clear to everyone. If you have any problem, you can message me on my Instagram or in the comment section. If anyone wants the PDF of this lecture, you can download it from the given website. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you. Meeting you in the next lecture.